Yo, what's up, guys? Sam here. What's up? What is happening out there? Apparently, quarantine has broken Apple as well. I don't know if you guys have seen this story yet, but it is absolutely phenomenal. It is big corporate at its finest. And I'm pointing out Apple here. You can find a million other examples of what's happening. But I saw this article. Apple takes legal action, I kid you not, quote, against small company with pear logo. End quote. This is something else. All right. So this is essentially a small business, what America's been founded on, what Apple was back in the day. And this company has been in operation for a few minutes now. It's been going for a few years. This company called Pear. Now, you've never heard of Pear before. Don't worry. None of us have. They're just some random third-party cooking app that helps you in the kitchen. It's like a connected cooking app, they call it. They give you recipes, ingredients. I don't know, it looks pretty cool, but I'm not saying this is the first company to ever do this. It won't be the last. It's just a company. And recently, as their business has probably started to grow, as everybody's stuck inside, they decided to trademark their logo. So they decided to trademark Pear. And when you do that, when you go to the US Trademark Filing Office, you have some period of time where before you are officially going to get your trademark, anybody in the world can object to it. So let's say I wanted to start a company selling computers and I wanted to call it Drycrosoft. And that was the name of my company. And I had a 4-panel window logo. Obviously, I'm never going to get that trademark because if you compare that logo that I made and then the Microsoft logo, it's completely different. Apple is alleging today that consumers will be confused when they see Pear's logo. If they were doing that, then sure, Apple's got a bit of a case here, but they're not doing that at all. And I just feel like this is a bit much, right? Like of all the legal obligations and battles and frankly wars that Apple has to wage every year just to protect the Apple logo because it is so ubiquitous, why are they picking this one? Here's the best part. This is the logo that they think it looks like. Ooh. That's a case if I've ever seen one. I mean, this really looks like something you'd read on The Onion. It is not. This is in the legal documentation that Apple submitted. I'll pull it up right here. This is what they're asserting, that the applicant logo, the mark that they're trying to get, is actually similar to the Apple logo. Now, for those of you that have been able to look at this, you probably have noticed that there's a few issues with what Apple's claiming here. It's a pear. It's literally a pear that they're comparing to Apple. I guess instead of apples and oranges, it's apples and pears because they shouldn't be comparable. And for some reason they are. Second, the little leaf isn't even on the top of the fruit. It's on the side. And it's not even filled in the middle. Have you ever seen an Apple logo that doesn't have the solid filled in the middle with either rainbows or something else? Consumers encountering applicant's mark are likely to associate the mark with Apple. Applicant's mark consists of a minimalistic fruit design with a right-angled leaf, which readily calls to mind Apple's famous logo and creates a similar commercial impression as shown in the following side-by-side comparison. Now, obviously the lawyer writing this is getting paid very well because that's an excellently written sentence. Greatly said. And while that would be great if they had a case here, they don't, because even what they've argued could be argued against any fruit. What are they trying to do? Claim that any fruit that has a leaf is somehow Apple's intellectual property and that consumers will be confused? Something I always like to do on my channel here, as much as I'm like hyping up the new products, it's calling Apple out when they've done something ridiculous. This case needs to be dropped immediately. There is no case here. And the fact that Apple is trying to overreach their bounds here to shut down this random independent business getting their trademark is ridiculous. I want to make it very clear, this company, Apple, is not suing Pear on the basis of their app or anything, or banning them from the App Store or anything like that. They're just basically saying that they don't think the applicant's mark should be able to be registered. So I guess Apple's got a team of people out here looking for similar logos day in and day out. I mean, this is pretty funny, but this isn't the first time Apple's actually done this. Here's one for the Norwegian political party from 2019. Man, that's an Apple if I've ever seen one. Now, playing devil's advocate here, this one, I can see some similarities, way more similarities than you could before. It's not close to the Apple logo. Again, the leaf is coming to the side. It's not in place of the stem. So that was a stretch. Did they win this one? I don't actually No. All right, I looked it up. I can't find any information that actually says whether or not Apple won this. So I don't know. This one though. Ooh, all right, here's another one. German cycling path logo. Apfelroute. I said somebody took 4 years of German in high school. I'm quite fluent in the language. That actually means apple root for the uninformed. The one reason I would say they have a slight case here is because the Apple logo is, or the little leaf part is almost identical to Apple's logo proper, but nothing else is. There's no text in the Apple logo. This kind of looks like a reset button. To be honest, this is not a great logo, and neither was the last one. I think if Apple should be suing them for anything, it should be that they need a better graphic design team. This one, again, is from 2019, and I don't think it played out yet, or maybe it's still pending. So Apple's trying to do this again with another company. And listen, at the end of the day, is the company that Pear going to shut down if they don't get their trademark? I don't think so. Should Apple win this? Absolutely not. There's two sides of this. Like, I'm not saying that Apple deserves to win, but I'm also saying in a case where Apple would win, even though they shouldn't, I don't think that this is going to destroy the company and ruin them to the point where they're not financially stable or something. But I want to hear your thoughts on all this. Is this corporate overreach? Is this antitrust? Is this a completely separate issue than antitrust? I've actually been thinking a lot about Apple as a company lately, and may do a fuller video on them in the future. Not really sure yet. Still trying to figure that out in my own head. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoyed some Sunday evening entertainment, or whenever you're watching this. Apple doing the best in their products and doing the best to shut down anybody else that believes in using a fruit-flavored logo. All right, I've been Sam. Hope you guys doing well, and I'll see you on the other side of the apple.